Hi, my name is Chris Jackson. I am a business attorney. I've been with for over 25 years, and today I'm going to show you how to start an LLC in the state of Ohio on your own, online, and be done in just several minutes. I'm going to go through this process in a step-by-step walkthrough screen share where I answer every single question I think you would have along the way. I'm going to address every option and the pros and cons of each option so that by the end of the video, when you're ready to form an LLC in the state of Ohio, you know you're going to set it up exactly the way that you want. You should know that the link below to this video screen share walkthrough is an affiliate link. It's not going to cost you anything extra to use that link, but if you use it and you form an LLC in the state of Ohio, I may earn some extra coffee money, and for that I say thank you. And importantly, I want you to know I would never recommend a company or service unless I personally use that company or service. I have been using Busy for years exclusively to form all of my own LLCs and my clients' LLCs for the simple reason that they are cost effective compared to their competitors. The process is simple and straightforward, as you will see, and their customer service is excellent. Okay, I just wanted to introduce you to my dog, Jax. He likes to make an appearance in all of my videos, so I want to give him that opportunity. Jax, look at the camera, smile. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and select the link below my video in the description. I will also post it in the comment section at the top, and I also may post it in the video itself. It's either here or here, I can never remember. And let's go ahead and get started with the screen share right now. Okay, if you followed the link under my video in the description or in the comments section, you would have arrived here. Before we get started, just make note of this customer service number up here. You can call them at any time. I find them to be very responsive and helpful. With that being said, let's go ahead and select this big orange button on the bottom left. Okay, so we are going to choose the entity type LLC. The state is going to be the state of Ohio. And that brings you down to three options: the basic package, the standard package, and the premium package. For most people, I recommend the standard package for the reasons I will discuss, but we're going to go through each package starting with the basic package. Okay, as you can see, the basic package costs nothing to Busy. You're not going to pay Busy anything. You're just going to pay Busy for the state filing fee, which in the state of Ohio is $99. As you can see, it'll take up to 4 weeks to get your LLC officially filed in the state of Ohio. And we're going to talk about the expedited filing option momentarily. Let's go ahead and dive into what the basic package includes. First, they're going to prepare and file your articles of organization. The articles of organization is essentially the document that is filed in the state of Ohio that officially forms your LLC in the state of Ohio. Number two, they're going to give you 1 free year of registered agent service. Every LLC needs a registered agent in the state in which it is formed, also in the states in which they're qualified or registered to do business. The registered agent is essentially the person or company who's authorized to receive what's called service of process from a plaintiff in a lawsuit. God forbid your LLC gets sued. Plaintiff in the lawsuit needs to be able to look up in the state through a public database who is the registered agent for your LLC. You can be your own registered agent. Just note that if you do that, you're going to disclose your name and your address. If it's important to you that you not do that, or you'd rather just have another entity be your registered agent, they will provide that service to you for your LLC for free for the first year. And then after the first year, they're going to cap it at $119 per year. Number one, $119 per year in my experience is one of the better offers out there, if not the best offer out there. Number two, they're going to cap it, so they're never going to raise that price on you for the life of the service. Both of those are a great deal, and they're included in the basic package as well as the other packages. Okay, they're also going to provide you what's called an online access dashboard. That is essentially a place where you can log into after you form your LLC in the state of Ohio. You're going to be able to access within that online access dashboard the documents that are filed on your behalf, for example, the articles of organization. You're going to be able to also access, if you choose the standard or premium packages, the contract templates and other documents that come with those packages, which we're going to cover in a second. Also, you're going to have the opportunity to book appointments with certain service providers that they're going to offer you in the basic and the standard and premium package, and you can do that from your online access dashboard. The next item is the business banking account offer. They're going to give you the opportunity to open for your LLC a bank account with the Bank of America. You do not have to open an account with the Bank of America, but if you do, they have a special offer. They made a deal with Bank of America with their business bankers. so that if you deposit a certain amount of money, you get certain bonus cash deposited into your account. Again, you don't have to choose Bank of America, but if you do, you will be eligible for those bonuses. All right, the next item is business tax consultation. This is an important value add. You get this with all the packages, of course, but it's important that you understand the tax advantages of your LLC. There are many of them. That's one of the reasons why a person would want to form an LLC. You also want to know whether to have your LLC taxed as an S corporation. I have stated in other videos that that is my preference for most types of LLCs, with the exception of real estate LLCs. And I cannot give tax advice, but it is an advantage. They will discuss tax selections, tax saving strategies, bookkeeping issues, and other items that you might find useful. All right, so that's the basic package. Next up is the standard package. The question is, what are you going to get for this extra $199 you're going to pay for the standard package? Does it make sense to incur that cost for your LLC? Like I said before, for most people, I think it makes sense, but let's talk about what you're going to get for the $199. The first item is the EIN business tax number, sometimes referred to as the tax ID for your LLC. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. This number is essential. You need this to open a bank account for your LLC. You need this to file a tax return for your LLC. You're going to need it if you have payroll for your LLC in the future. You need an EIN. It's essential also that you open a bank account for your LLC for the reasons I've discussed in other videos. You really need to have your own bank account. You need to keep your funds for your LLC in that bank account. So revenue goes into that bank account for the LLC, expenses are paid out of that bank account for the LLC, and you're not commingling funds with your personal accounts. So you need an EIN to open that bank account. They will obtain that for you within about 24 hours or less after you form your LLC. In addition, they're going to provide a Word version of an operating agreement. If you've watched my other videos, you will know that the operating agreement is an essential agreement to your LLC. It's the most important document you can have for your LLC. It really sets forth the rules of the road, how to operate, how decisions are made, how distributions are made, how do you add additional members, etc. Keep in mind that this is a pretty bare bones operating agreement. However, it will be available to you right after you form your LLC. What's great is you may need that operating agreement to demonstrate who the members are of the LLC when you open your bank account. So it'll be available for you right after you form your LLC in your online access dashboard. Now, if you need something more comprehensive, and eventually you will, and you should do it from the outset if possible, I have a video on how to obtain a more comprehensive operating agreement for free. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description under this video. Just note that that particular operating agreement, the free version, is in PDF and you can't modify it after you download it. Now, if you want something that is even more comprehensive, attorney quality, attorney drafted at a fraction of what you pay an attorney to draft it for you, and it's in Word and you can modify it and it comes with simple directions. A related company of mine selling legal templates which include operating agreements for various states. I will put a link to that website also under this video in the description. All right, in addition, you get lifetime compliance alerts. So Busy will send you alerts and reminders and notifications of compliance issues. For example, do you have to file your beneficial ownership information report? I have a video on that, how to do that on your own, but if you want Busy to do it for you, they will remind you when it's due, and you can either do it yourself or have Busy or another company do it. They will also send you alerts when your annual reports are due. So it's really important after you file and form your LLC to file the annual reports on time, because filing them late could put you in delinquency status, and then you have to undo that status. Eventually, your LLC might be delinquent altogether and administratively dissolved. So it's really important, in my view, to have reminders. You can set up these reminders on your own, of course, in your calendar system. I personally like to have multiple reminders. They will remind you of documents that you have to file and when to file them. In addition, they're going to provide unlimited phone and email support for the life of your LLC, which in my view is great. I find their customer service to be very responsive and helpful. And lastly, they will file what's called IRS Form 2553 for you. If you choose to have your LLC taxed as an S corporation, you have to file a form with the IRS within a certain time period after your LLC is formed. And also, if you miss that time period, you can do it at the beginning of each year. But if you choose to have your LLC taxed as S corporation, they will help you file that form and make sure it gets filed on time. All right, so that is the standard package. Now the question is, what's in the premium package and what justifies the extra $100? As you can see, the first item here is expedited filing. So expedited filing will get your LLC formed in the state of Ohio in 1 business day. If you don't choose expedited filing, it's going to take 4 weeks. I personally like to get my LLCs up and running right away. I don't want to delay. They will file expedited filing for you as part of the premium package. You'll have the option to add on expedited filing to the other packages. We're going to discuss that, but that's part of the premium package. Okay, in addition, they're going to give you business contract templates. So in the standard package, they're going to give you 1 template. That's for the operating agreement. In the premium package, they're going to give you dozens of contract templates. If you're a do-it-yourselfer and you want contract templates, you want to kind of fill them in on your own, or you want to fill them in to the extent that maybe you could take them to an attorney to clean them up a little bit, maybe save a little money and time with that attorney. They'll provide those templates as part of the premium package. Okay, lastly, they're going to give you domain name and business email. You can, of course, do that through GoDaddy or another service provider, but if you're interested in the premium package because you want 2 or 3 of these items, then it might be the right package for you. Okay, if you're confused about premium versus standard, the way I look at it is if you want just the expedited filing, choose a standard package, pay $50 extra for the expedited filing. You're going to save $50 over paying the $100 extra for the premium package. However, if you really want the contract templates and or the business email and domain name, then choose a premium package. For our purposes, I'm going to choose the standard package and select Get Started. Okay, this next page is where you enter in the name of your LLC. I'm going to use a name that I've used in the past just to stay consistent. All right, so once you enter the name, you then choose what's called the designator that goes after the name. You have a few options in the state of Ohio, and I'm going to choose the Clean LLC. That is just a personal preference. I do it with all of my LLCs. They're also asking you to fill in the business purpose. I prefer to have a very broad purpose. That way you can have the flexibility to do anything you want with your LLC. So in my opinion, it's best to start off with a broad purpose. So you can feel free to copy this. I say to engage in any lawful act or activity for which a limited liability company may be operated. That pretty much covers everything that you can do with your LLC. Next. All right, so here is where we have the opportunity to add on the expedited filing time fee of $50. You can also choose to pay nothing extra and wait the 4 weeks that it normally takes to form an LLC in the state of Ohio. I'm going to choose expedited filing. I don't want to wait around. Next. Okay, on this next page, you're going to enter in your own personal contact information. This is going to be used between you and Busy only. So go ahead and put in your name and your email and your phone number. Next. Okay, on this next page, you have to enter in the company address information. This is the address for the LLC itself. Just note that this address will be publicly displayed in the state of Ohio. So if you're worried about, for example, using your home address as the address for the LLC, or if you want a more professional address, so when someone looks up your LLC, they're going to see that you're not in a house. Totally up to you. It doesn't really matter either way. Just note that if you use your own home address, then that's going to be public knowledge. You could also choose a virtual office, which they give you the option here to choose. They have one that's $29 a month. You can cancel at any time. I personally use a virtual office address provided by Busy. I find the service to be very beneficial. I have a professional business office address to go with my LLC that's separate from my home address. I also can receive texts and emails and PDF documents of all mail that is received. All the mail is in my online access dashboard. It's very convenient in my view to use their virtual mail service and business address, but it is really up to you. Just note that if you do that, it's $29 a month. You can also use, of course, if you have an actual office address, use that. You can use other virtual offices, maybe in a building where, for example, if you want the opportunity to meet clients there are virtual offices of that nature. I personally use one of those as well. I can put a link to that under my video. You could also use, for example, I've done this too, a UPS mailbox address. So they will give you a business address that is essentially the UPS store with a suite number, which is equal to your mailbox, but you have to go down there and pick up your mail. So just note you have a number of options. I am personally going to choose their virtual office address. Again, like I said, it's very convenient and I know I can cancel at any time. All right, down below you have to enter your own personal contact address. So you can enter your home address or whatever address you choose to receive mail from Busy on behalf of the LLC. This is between you and Busy. Next. Okay, once again, they're offering you the opportunity to get the premium service package add-ons. If you want, they're asking you to pay $99 for those other two items that you don't have that are part of the premium package. However, you don't want to do that because in my case, I chose expedited filing. I already added the $50, so that would be a total of $149 for all three items. If I really wanted all three items, I would just recommend you go back and get the premium package from the outset. That way you pay $100 extra over the standard package, get all three items rather than paying $149 here. So I'm going to say no thanks. Okay, so this is the page where you choose the number of members and you have to provide the member information. The member is the owner of the LLC. If you're a single member, you would choose one, and we're going to go over that. If you have multiple members, I'm going to give an example of having multiple members. You would choose 2 or more, up to 6 members. You can choose right now and identify them too busy. So let's go ahead and get started. Select number of members. Like I said, I'm going to do, as an example, a single member LLC, but before I do that, I want to choose 2 members just so you know how to allocate the membership interest percentage. All right, let's just say that you have a partner or you have a spouse and you're going to form this LLC together. So let's just say my wife and I are going to form this LLC. So I'm going to select myself as member number 1 because my information is already here, Chris Jackson. I will use the assigned company address provided by Busy, just in case the information about the members is going to be public knowledge. I'm going to also use a virtual office address for that. All right, then you come down and you're going to choose the percentage of ownership. So in this case, I'm going to choose 50%. Let's just say that I'm going to be the 50% owner of this LLC. I'm going to add my wife's name down here and I'm going to choose for her 50%, and then I would choose next. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and form this as a single member LLC. So I am the single member. Next. Okay, so here's the registered agent information page. Like I discussed, they will provide this service for free for the first year. But if you would prefer to be your own registered agent, you can select this box here. As also mentioned, they're going to guarantee the rates at $119 per year for the life of this service. So I'm going to go ahead and use Busy as my registered agent. Okay, so they're going to obtain this package, as I just said, your EIN, employer identification number, tax ID for your LLC. First part here is I am a foreign individual and do not have a social security number. So I would answer no, but let's just say you are a foreign individual and you're setting up an LLC in the state of Ohio. You would choose yes here and go ahead and confirm. And just note that they will obtain the EIN for foreigners as part of this package. However, it's going to take longer. They indicate it could take up to 3 months. It may be shorter than that, maybe longer than that. That is a service they provide. I'm going to say no. I'm going to put in my name here. All right, so after you enter in your social security number and your name up here, you come down and you're going to choose the physical street address. This is the address that is going to appear on the EIN statement that is issued by the IRS. You can use your home address if you like. It's not going to be public knowledge. Or you can use, in my case, the assigned company address provided by Busy. The reason I'm going to choose the assigned company address provided by Busy is because even though this is an internal document, it's not public knowledge, I still have to provide that document to banks, for example, or perhaps vendors or customers, and I want to keep my personal address off of that document. Again, it doesn't really matter too much. It's up to you. Next. Okay, so this is where they discuss the business banking offer with Bank of America and how you can earn extra money depending upon how much you deposit in the business banking account. So you have 3 options here. You can say, I'm going to apply online after the business formation documents are ready, or yes, have a Bank of America small business banker contact me, or no, not at this time. Just note, you can choose any of those 3. I'm going to choose no, not at this time because I'm going to schedule that appointment if I want to with B of A through my online access dashboard after the LLC is officially formed. So to open a bank account, you need 2 things. Number 1, your articles of organization filed in the state of Ohio. Number 2, your EIN business tax number, which should come in 1 business day if you chose the standard or the premium package. So I'm going to say no, not at this time. Next. Okay, on this page, you're going over what is going to be included in this tax strategy free consultation. You can read that right here. You have the option of saying, no, I'm not interested at this time, or yes, I would like to receive the free business tax consultation. I don't know why you wouldn't. Next. Okay, in this page, as an add-on service, they will help you obtain a business license or permit if your LLC needs one for an extra $99. I personally am going to say no, because this is something you can look up on your own in your city or your county or state. Really depends on where you're located and what type of business you have in order to determine whether you actually need a business license or permit. But if you want them to provide that service for you so you don't have to worry about it, you can do that. I'm saying no thanks. All right, on this last page, you're going to enter your billing information, your credit card information. You're going to come down here. You're going to agree to the legal statement and cancellation policy. Check this box, and then you're going to check complete and pay. And once you do that, your LLC will be formed in the state of Ohio, either in 1 business day or 4 weeks, depending upon what you chose in terms of filing times. And then you're off to the races. All right, now that you formed your LLC, you're probably wondering, what do I do next? Fortunately, I have a video that covers that topic. I'll put a link to that video at the end screen to this video and also underneath the video in the description section. I also have a next steps guide, which is very comprehensive, goes into great detail about what steps to take after you form your LLC, how to properly operate your LLC, how to minimize the chances that a plaintiff in a lawsuit will successfully pierce the veil of protection, the limited liability protection of the LLC, so that they can't get to your personal assets. A link to that will be under this video in the description. And if you have any questions about the video that you just watched, please put them in the comments section. I get to them on a regular basis. If you like this video, I kindly request you give me the thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, I kindly ask that you subscribe to my channel. For that, I say thank you, and I wish you and your LLC and your business all the best. Have a great day. Thank you.